From respiratory care to digital success, my journey to financial freedom. Hi, I am Ethelyn Ferrari, and I want to share my story with you. I am originally from Haiti, a place where I have learned from early on the importance of resilience, hardworking, and faith. My faith in God has always been my guide, shaping my values and my journey. It has been a long road from Haiti to becoming a respiratory care practitioner in the United States, a career that has been both rewarding and challenging, especially during the pandemic. My experience during that time, I'm out of word to describing how horrible, painful, emotional it has been for me as someone who, throughout my career as a respiratory care practitioner, has been nothing but helping other people breathing better, saving lives. I'm not God, but He has used me as His instrument to help revive, literally, people who've been near death by doing CPR, placing them on mechanical ventilation, or what we call on life support. And during the pandemic, that was very, 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 very tough, where everything I have done throughout my career to save people's life did not matter, didn't help, as we have lost all throughout the world so many, many, many people. And I recall having lost a lot of members from my church, from my job, those who have been very ill. Yes, I've lost a lot of people, neighbor, a lot. It brings back so many sad memories. I love what I do as a respiratory care practitioner. I do. And with everything that went on, what I've gone through as a healthcare practitioner, a respiratory care practitioner, a healthcare giver, yes, I wrote an ebook on navigating COVID 19 and respiratory care in our communities as a way of expressing my feelings and how, with God's help, I've been able to go through this terrible time. Of course, with family, friends, and my extended family from church, it's been tough. While I've been in the healthcare field for over 29 years, with everything that went on throughout that time, it hit me really. And that's how I was inspired to search through the web, going online to see, wow, it is very important to have multiple streams of income. Even though, yes, having a career, it is important. There's no doubt about that. I will always continue to encourage people, go to school, go to college, learn something, be somebody. Do that. It's very important. But if you can extend, if you can learn and grow by learning other ways of making money, especially online, by learning digital marketing, it's very, very, very good to do, as you cannot just rely on one job. During the pandemic, I was able to think of all of these things as, if you were not an essential worker, as we are called, many people have lost their jobs and they still had the bills to pay. They still had to take care of their families. You imagine, you probably had just any other store where you probably were selling clothes, shoes, or anything that was not labeled essential. You had no job. And yet the bills kept coming and you had to pay them. So, really, that was one reason why I thought it's time that I look into other sources to see how I myself can make extra cash to be financially free. And this is a great country, America, where you can really, really take advantage of so much. There's a lot out there. It's not right to just sit and wait. No, there are opportunities. They are not coming to you. You have to go look for them. And many people have become more than financially free online. And this is my goal as I'm going through my journey here, to learn, to continue to grow, as it is my business to learn the business of online business, because it is important to me. I've had a chance to really look at the reality of what's going on all around me. During the pandemic, like I just said, if you were not an essential worker, you could not go to work. And I know that's how many people, as I've researched and spoken with many people, that's when they really got more involved with the business of online business, the digital marketing. And I thought, why not? I still love what I do. And on my way to work, I said, let's encourage some other people who probably, like myself, have been debating, thinking, procrastinating. Yeah, let's get into it. It's good to have an extra source of income, but yet have not done anything. So, my sharing this video, my story, it's to really encourage and help people to do just that. And if you, like myself, have been thinking about, yes, you're listening, you're watching. It's not just to talk about myself as this is my story. I want to be just telling people things to say things. But no, it's to encourage you who have been putting it for tomorrow. I'll have time. Do it today. Because I know also a lot of people who were just like myself, essential workers, but because they have gotten so sick with COVID, they could not go back to work as the healthcare giver that they were. So, though they didn't die, thank God, they're still alive, but they have gotten so sick that they really cannot go back to work and help other people because they themselves need help. Yes. So, since just because you cannot work, maybe in the hospital, the nursing home, or wherever you were working before, just because now you can't. But once you are still alive, you're using the electricity, the gas, you're living in that apartment. Yes, you have to pay for them. And those bills will continue to come every month. So many people have decided and made the online business their second career, really, because now they cannot go out there and physically work anymore. Think about it. Today, you're healthy, you can go to work, you can do everything you need. But we never know. I did not know as a respiratory care practitioner that there would be a COVID 19 to offset everything, where it really made me feel so bad that for so many years, over 29 years, I have been helping people save lives. And yet, such a big pandemic came in and made everything look impossible. Where what I had used to do to help save, nothing seemed to work that time. A lot of people died. So sad, so sad to say the least. All these things made me think and realize there has to be something extra that I could do. And throughout my career, helping other people had always been my thing. That's what I do. That's my career. That's what I love doing. Don't get me wrong. I love what I do. I always feel great when I'm able to help someone with asthma who cannot breathe after you give them a treatment. Help them in so many ways, even on life support, wean them off, and they're able to breathe again on their own. That's, my goodness, that's priceless. But the reality is, life is becoming more expensive, especially after COVID. You have to pay for the bills. They will keep coming, and you have to find a way to pay them. We're doing more, and we're not getting more. We work extra hours, and yet everything is skyrocketing. So you have to find that extra. Therefore, my goal is to keep learning how to thrive online so I too can become successful online. It's not going anywhere. I'm looking around me, even though a lot of things have gone back to what we call normal, but we still have colleges, a lot of classes are held online, even though people go in person, but classes are still being held online. Zoom classes, they're not going to take them away. As a matter of fact, what I've learned from that too, a lot of people have been able to participate in so many online courses from anywhere in the world. It is actually a great way to connect with others where you don't have to really get off your bed. You can stay in bed and learn. You can be in the comfort of your home and you're working, learning, you have your business online. That is wonderful. As we live in America and it is October, we know what's going to happen. It's getting colder. So many people love it that they don't have to leave the comfort of their home to go out there in the cold. Soon it may start snowing. For sure, it's going to get colder as it start being a little bit chilly now. So we know the picture if we're living in America. So if anyone can benefit from working home, online, doing your business, it's us. But like I said, all these really got me to thinking, hey, Ethelyn, what are you doing? Why don't you learn? And as I've said in some of my previous videos, healthcare, respiratory care, that's what I know. But anyone can learn online. So as I continue to learn about the business of online business, e-commerce, digital marketing, I want to be that successful entrepreneur one day to say that throughout my journey, this is what I've learned and this is what I am applying. I want for you watching me today to take my story as a way to encourage you to start yourself building your online business. And like I said, being from Haiti, from early on, I know all about resilience, working hard. And as a woman of faith, I thank God for being my rock. Because to go through even this horrible time during that pandemic, if it were not for God Himself, I wouldn't be here today. Many have died. I've taken care of so many people. And sadly, like I said, co-workers, neighbors, extended family from church, my goodness, I've lost so many of them. It still breaks my heart to talk about this. But the reality is, it's tough now, tougher since COVID-19. Not only we have lost those we love, and everything has gone up. The rent, everything except our salaries, unfortunately. Unfortunately. So it's up to us to find a way to compensate for what we're not getting. Because believe it or not, if you can't have that extra cash just by working more than extra, because when you've done 12-hour shift and you've done another, how many can you do? So you have to have something on the side, whether you want it to be a side hustle or shift from healthcare to the digital world. But that extra cash is needed so that we don't have to keep living paycheck to paycheck. Because once you don't get that money, you feel stuck because you got to keep paying for those bills. And yes, we do work hard. So I am hoping that by listening to this video, if you have been thinking about it to have your online business, let today be the day that you decide to take it up on yourself and do what you got to do. For tomorrow's promise to no one. Do what you have to do today. I'm a student learning about digital marketing, online business, and I'm very excited to have learned quite some stuff that I didn't know about, as they didn't teach me those when I was learning about respiratory therapy. But since I want this for myself, financial freedom, so I'm learning it on my own because I want that change. I want that financial freedom. And I believe you want to do that too. You just need to get started. You need to focus. You need to set your mind and say, that's it. I'm not going to let 2024 end for me not to jump in. Because I strongly believe for myself, by the time 2025 comes in a year later, when I will be looking back at 2024, when I started, I am going to be very proud of myself for having started. Not because I'm great now, not because I'm perfect, not because I know everything yet about the business of online business, but because just like when I started learning in school about respiratory therapy, I did not know, but I had made a decision and I said, I want to be a respiratory care practitioner and it requires me to learn. And I had made that decision, took it very seriously, went to school, just like I'm sure I have other respiratory therapists, nurses, anyone in healthcare or any other field looking at my video. I'm sure you can relate. It wasn't easy, but it was a decision made and you did what you had to do so that you could learn. And today, I really want to take a few minutes just to say something in Creole to encourage my fellow Haitian people who are probably doubting themselves because sometimes we let so many things be an excuse not to start. I know some of you say, I do have an accent, so everybody does. We're not from the same place. But that should never be a reason not to start. This is the United States of America. This is the world where everybody's from someplace and we speak a different language. So, with that note, let me say to you who do speak Creole and English or even French like I do, jodi ya, se jou pa ou pou komanse. Ou te toujou vle fè yon business en ligne. Donc, pran mwen men Etlin Ferrari kom yon model, kom yon exemple, ki pa ko fò vreman nan sa yorele business en ligne, men ki son etudyan, kap apren koman sa fèt, e ki vle ankouraje nou en tanke yon respiratory care practitioner. Se metye pam, se sa m'tapran l'ekol, koman pou ede moun respire bien, lè nou di nou mette yo nan life support, nou mette yo nan machine pou respire pou yo. Donk jodi an m'trouve ke apre pandemi an te fin pase, koman pil moun perdu la vi yo, yo perdu travay yo, koman ke li important pou moun genye plus ke yon seul fason ke wap fe kob nan peyi an. D'ailleurs, même là ou infirmière, ou bien ou c'est on CNA, n'importe ça lié, hein, ou connaît que si ou pas à l'école pour apprendre ni ou pas t'apprendre. Donc même effort qu'on te fait pour aller à l'école pour apprendre un métier dans la branche médicale là, mais c'est comme ça tout ou capable prendre temps, détermination pour apprendre tout comment yo fait business en ligne. Le nous garder bien, si nous-mêmes nous pas dans branche médicale, dans moment pandémie arrivé, nous t'es capable à le travail parce que c'était employé que vous t'es relé essentiel yo, qui t'es capable à le travail. Donc, si ou même ou t'es un magasin peut-être qui vend souliers, rad, ça yo t'es fait mais parce que pas te considérer comme un bagage qui est essentiel parce que vraiment avec le peu qu'on gagne, on est capable de vivre. On n'est pas obligé de toujours acheter rad pendant la pandémie. Pourtant, moun qui te gagne magasin peut-être qui vend manger, Quelques market comme ça, yo te l'ouvri. Donc, c'est toujours bon pour pas gagner comme d'une seule façon, pour pas faire comme d'une seule façon, mais pour gagner plusieurs façons que ou capable bien l'argent qui rentrer. Donc, moi-même, Edline, moi, encourager ou, si c'est ou, ça, je dis, hein, qui toujours penser à moi-même, tout besoin de faire un business en ligne, même pour qu'on voit comment, eh ben, utilisez-moi comme modèle, pas parce que je suis parfait, pas parce que je suis bon, loin de là, mais parce que, avec détermination, pam, moi, je voulais apprendre pour me connaître plus bien, et comme ça, nous capables de grandir ensemble, et ça nous apprend, non, nous ca partager avec l'autre monde qui au même tout, te vle faire même genre, mais qui peut, il y a des gens qui disent, ah, je parle anglais, moi même gros accent. Peu importe, nous pas de même côté, nous pas qu'à sonner même gens. L'essentiel, monde là, il y a toute qualité monde là-dedans, il y a toute qualité langage. Donc, monde qui sont tel ou tel pays, ils parlent telle ou telle langue. Ça c'est eux même. Nous respecter ça. Mais ou même, focus sur tête pas. Parce que là, ça bon, les bon pour vous, mais là, ça pas bon, pas de personne qui a campé pour vous. Donc, si vous avez pour faire, c'est vous pour faire pour tête pas, parce que c'est tête pas, bon Dieu, bon, ou même pour gérer, et puis, pour qu'à aider l'autre monde. Comprenez? C'est ça lié. Ça au fin connaît, ça au fin adopté, qu'on y a, ou al partager avec l'autre monde qui ont même tout senti que yo ont ti jan peur, yo marre, y a dit ah ma gen temps, pas gen ça. Nous dans mois d'octobre 2024, par étant pile temps pour année à fini. Donc si c'était toujours intention pas pour te faire business en ligne, ou pour qu'on s'allier apprendre. Moi gon classe tout, m'ka di un coup que d'acheter tout. Moi gen link là, nous capable si nous voulons apprendre, nous capables d'apprendre ensemble, comme ça, nous capables porter succès ensemble. So, I thank you all for watching. It's been my pleasure sharing with you my story as someone who wants to learn about digital marketing. I want to become financially free and I want to share with you what I have been learning. As I continue to learn, I encourage you to join me so that together we can grow online and be successful together. We can share with other people our knowledge. And as a respiratory care practitioner, like I said, that's all I do. I share my skills, my talents, my knowledge with my patients I care for every day, with their family members who come in and want to know, how's my mom doing? How's my husband, my father? I'm sharing my knowledge with them based on what their healthcare condition is. I'm educating. I do that throughout my career. So now I want to use this moment that I have, which is now, today, to learn something new, digital marketing, e-learning, so that I can become more powerful with more knowledge to continue to share with other people, with you, since you have wanted to do this, the business of online business, and have been reluctant due to fear. So use me as an example. Let us continue to learn so we can grow together and become financially free together. If you like or can relate to any of what I've shared in this video, I'm asking you to please like, subscribe, and share with another friend or a loved one you know who also want to do this. but for some reason is procrastinating. Help them set their mind. So together we can teach more people. That way, more of us can become financially free. EthlingEssentials.com. I'll see you on the inside.